So you have to spend a lot of money on a Pikal style knife. This video is for those that are already familiar with the Pikal style. If you're not, Google Southnarc or Pikal, P-I-K-A-L. The knives that you get for Pikal, the Pikal style knives are pretty expensive. They're probably like $100, some of them like $400 if you go with like the Bantang. So if you're a knife collector and you want a $200, $300 knife, then yeah, you got to spend that money. However, if you're looking for more functional alternatives, I don't think you really have to. This Spyderco Reverse, I'm not going to go into details on this unless you guys want me to. I can do a review, but there's a lot out there. This is based, you can see the blade or edge in. If I hold it reverse grip for the pulling muscle type of, lat muscle type of strength. If you hold it edge up, same thing. Now what's cool about this is that this handle, see this groove here for that. You can flip that the other way if you prefer to hold things this way, traditional way, and if you want to do it this way. I mean, in my opinion, they should just made this symmetrical so you can do it any way you want, and that's a key for point that I want to make. So this one, when I bought, I think it was $60 or $70 eBay, but you can probably get them. They're probably more expensive now. So anyway, it came with a decent sheath, a little big, but you know. Anyway, so this is the closest I'm going to get to an expensive Pikal knife, because I don't really want. I'm not really a knife. I mean, I collect knives, but I'm not like into big time expensive knives. Like the knives I get, and really I've evolved to lately, I want them to be lower cost knives, that if I should lose them for whatever reason, I'm not going to worry about it and get another one. So the cheapest knife I got that can fit that Pikal style is this. This is basically a Victorinox pear knife. I don't know if you can see that. If you're interested in this whole concept, I got this sheath and this knife, and it came with this, and it comes with a little hook so you can actually carry it in your pocket and deploy and carry it on your belt. I mean, it's really, this thing's probably like a $7 or $8 knife. So if you need a knife that you're not worried about, that will adequately probably be effective for close quarters, Pikal style, cheap, $7. The sheath is probably like 19 or 20 bucks. You can go online if you're interested in this. I don't sell them, but the guy that does sell them, Phil, I forget his name, but he writes a lot of articles, and he has a whole article right up on this. If you're interested, give me a comment, and I'll send you the link for this, or maybe I'll put it in my notes. Right. So this is a cheap alternative, not as strong. You know, could it snap? Maybe, I don't know. But I mean, if you're just going to do basic Pikal, you know, you're not trying to stab something really hard, this probably can do the trick. And you keep it in your pocket, deploy, catch it on the pocket. I'm not going to demo that. Next in the price range is this cold steel Secret Edge. Now the key to a nice Pikal is Pikal fixed blade is symmetry, because here's the edge, as you can see. The edge is on the bottom. So as long as you hold the edge up like this, I mean, this is functionally the same type of motions, etc., as a Pikal knife. Reverse edge. Edge up. Now you don't have the hook. You know, if you look at this guy here, there's kind of like a curved blade there. I mean, can it be tactically significant? Probably, but you know, I think this knife was like, I don't know, I think it was under, it's not $100. I don't even say it's $50. Probably more like $30. Came with a decent sheath, and with this tech lock at a certain angle, you'll see that Southnarc sells the Clinch pick. Now this could serve in that model, it's in that roll. It's a little bit bigger, so because of the angle, slip that in your belt like that. I guess this would be on my right hand side if I was lefty, and you know, it kind of serves the same function as a clinch pick. You'd have to put it edge up. It's a symmetrical sheath, so it can go up or down. Edge up, boom, there's your clinch pick up close. Or if you want to tilt it downwards with the right, you know, these holes fit what I found I have to do is sometimes I drill holes into the actual sheath. As you can see here, I added these two holes here. These are the ones that came with it, and there's a hole right there that I drilled. Not a big deal. Remember, these are tools. Let them serve you. You don't have to, you know, unless you collect them and you're a little OCD with your knives. Yeah, don't do it. But oh, notice I have this guy here. It's just a little one of those plastic straps. Put that in there. Why? That tells you where the blade is. The blade's down. If it's like this, the blade's up, and there it is. There's the blade. It's like this, blade down. So the key to anything that's going to be Pikal-like, in my opinion, functionally, has to be symmetrical. Because if you have a knife that's not symmetrical, then, you know, like knives that have grooves in them. Say there was a bunch of finger grooves here, and you're supposed to hold it like that. If there were finger grooves, you flip it around, and it's going to kind of hurt your, well, it's not going to fit. Symmetry. Here's another example of going up, oops, before I go up the scale here. Anybody know what this knife is? You probably can guess by looking at that. I made this sheath myself. But this is a CRKT Obaki. Again, symmetrical for the most part, so I can grab it this way. I can grab it this way. Or grip, traditional way, etc. Now this sheath here, I made this myself. It's real. Making sheaths isn't really that hard, guys. You can do it. And if you're like a perfectionist, you know, maybe you won't like this, or maybe you'll do a better job. But if you're a functionalist like I am, I can wear this in my pocket. You know, it's going to be a deep pocket because it's kind of a tall knife, and I can just pull it out and catches on the pocket right there. I can do it this way as well if I want to do it the other way. And that's lightweight, etc. So another good alternative if you ask me. This guy right here, this is another cold steel. What's it called? I forgot what it's called, but it's one of their double-edged knives. Not too expensive, small, but because it's double-edged and it's symmetrical, nice rubber grip, it's perfect. I think it's ideally the way well, it's ideal because it doesn't matter this way, up way, traditional or not. But obviously this is, in my state where I live, this is illegal to carry, not illegal to own, but illegal to carry, so I won't carry it. I'm a law-abiding citizen. Keep it in my house. So anyway, those are some thoughts on some Pikal-style knife alternatives. You could also make one. I made one for, I don't know, 12 bucks. I took a lawnmower blade. I have a whole separate video on that. You can go into my channel. You can see how I took a lawnmower. If you know how to work an angle grinder, you know how to cut out a shape on a piece of paper, put it on, draw it on your little lawnmower blade, take the angle grinder, cut the shape out. You know how to use a sander. You can use a sander. There's lots of videos out there. Make a handle. Just use a baseball bat tape. That's what I've used on a lot of them. It's tacky and you can wrap it around, or you know, you can put paracord on it. You can make one, but check. Again, it's not like this beautiful work of art, but it's functional. So anyway, those are my thoughts on the Pikal knife alternatives. Good luck. Send me a message, like my video, etc. chat soon. Bye.